There it is.
There we go. There we go. And hit the go live button there. Go live. Now I'm on the StreamYard platform, so the streaming from StreamYard to YouTube. So sometimes it takes a few minutes for the comments to start popping through.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're the only ones here.
That's what. Hey Kelly, are you sure you marked it correct? Because sometimes there's like two settings where people can't chat, and sometimes and it's like the default is the one where nobody can chat. Okay, there goes the comments. Okay,
Dennis Allen. Hey Dennis,
what's up, man? What's up? So this is normally our time where we do our Thursday night tech talk, and we come up with that. We've been doing the tech talk for a while now.
Wednesday night, not Thursday.
Yeah, that's right. Wednesday night. Did I say Thursday nights?
Mm-hmm.
God, gee, yes. I've been preparing mentally. But yeah, so normally it's Wednesday night tech talk. We've been doing it for a couple years now. Every Wednesday night we hop on and we just talk about drag racing. And so it's pretty cool. It's fun. We have a good time. I try to give my non-professional opinion on how to make your car go fast and not break. Sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. Y'all see us, we break all of our stuff all the time too. But this is gonna be fun tonight. So we just wanted to go live with everybody. We were supposed to be on the road in like 5 hours heading to NPK, but that's not working out. What's up?
Hey,
Randy,
Dennis, Dees, David, Daryl, Noah, Buckshot, Michael, Blaine. Hello, everyone.
Randy will probably hop on here in just a few minutes. And there's Kelly. She's going to do some moderating.
Michael, where'd they hide you at the other weekend? You had a space beside us and it was taken by somebody else.
And then all the cones, that was a hot mess when all the cones disappeared. It's like, and then it was a free for all. It was definitely very, very interesting. I appreciate everybody hopping on.
Hey, Jason.
I can't tell how many people are on. There's a lot. I think maybe a few. Since I can't see the YouTube side. I wonder if I can see the YouTube side too. Hold on, let's see.
50 on right now.
Oh, okay. So we got 50 people on. So that's cool.
Make sure they hit the thumbs up.
Y'all make sure y'all hit that thumbs up, that share. Whoa, what is happening here? All right, I got a new screen on.
Mr. Scott.
What is happening? They have changed. YouTube has changed our buttons. Why are they going to change the buttons like right now?
YouTube's got everything all messed up, but this ad blockers debacle they have going on.
I have no idea what I'm trying to look at. I can't even. Okay. I was just trying to go to our page so that I could see.
Well, it's been delayed until November 10th, 11th. There's like an 80% chance of rain.
Okay, there it goes. All right, I found it. Sorry, guys.
Jay.
I think. But yeah, so Brandon's right. So NPK. So we were planning. We done pretty well. We haven't released a video for our Sunday race at NPK. There's been a lot of people that have released videos, and that's fine. But hey, there's Randy. I'm gonna pop Randy on real fast. Randy.
Hey, Randy.
What's happening?
What's up?
You're the man of the weekend. That's what's happening.
All good.
So so we did pretty well at NPK. We got invited for locals only. We had to sign a lot of paperwork and like a lot of paperwork. Like it would have taken like probably 30 minutes to read all the paperwork that we signed. And I'm sure somewhere in the midst of all that paperwork, it said something about not revealing and disclosing information. So I don't know exactly what all it said, but I know it said something. And so if you look at like Justin's videos, you can see some of his stuff. They'll show some races, but they don't know all the details. But we done pretty well at NPK at the locals only. We had a blast. We had a lot of local friends there. It was really fun. So one of the things that they did, which I did not realize they done, is they have an end of the year championship race. And so all of the locals only, the champions or the people that won or the people got runner up or the people that got like second or third place, they invited to go to Texas. And, you know, they need a handful of people. A lot of people hurt their cars. Some people can make it. Some people can't make it. And so we were one of the ones that got invited. And so, you know, having a YouTube channel and, you know, and doing what we do, we like to go drag racing and we got a good hot rod. We figured that we probably should try to go. And do I, Kelly?
Who figured we should go?
I can't hear what you're saying.
Oh, I know you can.
She's in there. Look, this is the only time she's ever taken blame for telling me I got to go racing. Right? Because it was Kelly. Honestly, it was because when they said, "Hey, we're going to invite you to Texas if you can go," and Kelly was like, "Yeah, we're going." She said, "We're going to Texas." I was like, "We're at in Texas. It's 1,200 miles away." So, but yeah, so but we were going. Luckily, I got some good friends. I got some good pals, and you know, they love racing too. And so we had it worked out to where we were getting an RV delivered to the track so we could stay at the track. And I think it held like 8, 10, 12 people or something. It was a great big monster. I assume it's like bunk beds in there. I don't know, but it's like a travel trailer. And our buddy Donald was going to pull with his beast of a truck. He's got a F450, I think it is. And it pulls a little 32-foot trailer like it's nothing. So he was going to pull us down there. Kelly was going to go. Brandon was going to go. Randy, Donald, and Courtney. A lot of my other buddies, they couldn't make it because, you know, just when it is. But, you know, it's got postponed. So the game plan was for everybody to get to my house tonight. And we were going to leave probably 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And Donald apparently is a beast at driving like 1,200 miles at a time. And he's like, we're doing it nonstop. We're stopping for fuel and pee and food. And he's like, that's it. And all of us are like, do what? He's like, we can make it. So they postponed it. They did not cancel it. They postponed it 2 weekends. So now we are going to be racing November 10th and 11th, which that is Veterans Day weekend. So I've got that Friday off anyway. So that just means I ain't got to take as many days off from work. So that's a good thing. Because racing is killing my my PTO. My time off at work is getting obliterated by racing. I ain't got no time. It's like I earn time, and as soon as I earn it, I use it. That's what it's there for, right?
So I'm guessing you're going to work tomorrow and Friday in that case.
I am. Yep. I'm going to work Monday and Friday, and I already talked to my supervisor, and we worked it out. So I'm going to take off the 10th. And I'm going to take off the 9th, and we're already off the 10th for Veterans Day. So, yeah, it's going to be a blast, guys. It is going to be a blast. So I know a lot of people, I mean, if you're in Texas, awesome. It'd be awesome if you could make it down there. If you're close by, come hang out with us, come see us. It's going to be a good time. But so I just made a video yesterday saying we're invited to NPK, we're going. And then today it's like, it's canceled. It's postponed. We're not going. So it's like, come on.
Stop.
So, alternate plan. What we're doing this weekend, Randy?
Oh, man, I think we're going to clean the car up a little bit.
I think you got it pretty clean before 7:10.
That's what I do best, is clean it.
So the real question is what we're going to do about that back wing. Is the wing more supported? Or is it still duct taped on?
It'll stay on.
That's at the 200-mile-an-hour duct tape for real.
Yeah, it's for real. So it's probably more. It's probably better than it was when it was bolted to the damn wing.
Why don't you give him the one off the coupe, John? Off the gold car.
That one's a little more beat up than probably what it would definitely not fit the build that Randy has.
We can paint it black, spray paint it black.
Yeah.
The sides are all beat up and bent. It's going to give some downforce though.
Yeah. I think the wing gonna be fine till the end of the year, and I'm gonna do something different.
All right.
I'm gonna make some upgrades. I'm gonna change out those parachutes this year, and just little things. I need to change the oil tomorrow, the transmission fluid, and also put my seatbelt back in the right way.
Right. So when you're gonna do that, you're gonna do that like
Tomorrow.
Gates open at 10 o'clock Saturday.
Yeah, we're gonna leave early.
Did you see the schedule? I think track goes hot at like 12 or 1 or.
No, I did not see that.
Lance has got the schedule posted. I can't remember what it was. I think track goes hot at like 12 or 1, and then drivers meeting is at like 3 or 3:30 or something like that. First round's at 4 or 4:30.
Wow.
So
they're gonna try to finish an entire race there.
Which that's one of the problems with some of the tracks that have curfews. I mean, they got an 11 o'clock curfew, so in the middle of the summer, it's very difficult to get the racing in because you have an 11 o'clock curfew. You can't start radial racing until the sun goes down. But now when we're in the fall, you can start a little earlier. Honestly, it'd be a good idea to do first round at 3 o'clock. Drivers meeting as early as you can.
Mm-hmm.
But so Randy's got a few things to do to his. If y'all didn't see the video from last week, Uncle Mike got that thing hooked up. The suspension is working. The car went straight. I know I was back there biting my fingernails, when it spooled up. And it spooled up, and I had turned it back up a little bit because I was like, from the last time we had it up, I was, trying to, I got confidence in Mike, and that this thing is going to go straight. But at the same time, I knew I had turned it up, and I was hoping to go like a 118, 60 foot right off the trailer. And the last time, standing behind Randy's car, we let go of trans brake button, the thing's all twisted up and going left and going right. And I was like, and it come up, made boost, and the way I've got the rolling two-step, it comes up and then drops down. And then when you hear it drop down, I'm like, well, it may target. I was like, here we go. You're standing back there, and I'm like, well, it's either going to go or not go, or either it's going to go crooked.
Mm-hmm.
And it went straight on down through there. So I was super excited. And so very excited. So I worked on Randy's tune-up a little bit more. So if Piedmont's as good as Piedmont normally is our first pass, we're going to go ahead and zing it on down through there, and we should get personal best of the year, guaranteed.
Yeah.
And then we'll start creeping up on it from there. It's crazy, man. The car's always had power. I was talking to Mike over when we were working on Kelly's car last night doing tires. We talk about racing a lot, and high horsepower cars require a lot of engine maintenance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, y'all hadn't had much engine problems out of Randy's car in the last year or so. I was like, that's because we ain't been able to make but like 60-foot passes the whole year. I'm like,
anywhere.
I'm like, now we got the suspension back right. Now the car is going to work. Now we're going to have to move back to the front of the car, start adjusting valves more, and doing those things. Hell, I don't even know how many passes are on those rods now. Do we count them as half passes? Can we count those as quarter passes?
Not many full passes.
We definitely have not made many full passes in the last year or so.
Well, those rods are solid.
Right. That's right. They put because the other ones were tweaked, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know. We might need to look back through the data logs, maybe consult Kevin at TKM and see what he thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should start counting now.
Yeah. Well, right now I got something to sell, so.
Right. No, that's right.
Might just order another set of rods for the winter.
Right. Might not be a bad idea. Just because we were, and that's what I think what do they recommend at the 3,000 horsepower range, 25 to 50 passes?
Mm-hmm.
Full tilt passes, of course. Burnouts and little short pulls don't really affect anything. But that's the life of a high horsepower engine. Those guys in NPK and the other Radio versus the World and Pro 275. They're changing rods more frequently than that. That's just part of it. It's just one of the things with the maintenance of a fast engine. Hey, Blaine had mentioned Blaine 5700 earlier asked if you could go one day to NPK, what day would be the best just to hang out. Usually the Friday is for us, for locals only and invite only. It's a little more relaxed, a little bit more laid back because for us, it's just testing NPK. But on Saturday, it's always, a little more crunch time. It's off the trailer. And then if you're going rounds, it makes it a lot more challenging to, to hang out and mingle and talk to people, unfortunately. But it's just part of it. So the more relaxed day is definitely the Fridays or the testing days.
Yeah, if we're going rounds on Saturday, then you got those people coming over after every pass and between maintenance and everything else, and you get drug away quite a bit for that.
Yeah, it was wild doing the NPK stuff, man. That was the first time I've ever been. I've done a lot of the NPK small tire stuff, but doing the locals only, it was cool to meet Farm Trucking Asian and hanging out with them and talking with them, and being mic'd up, like for real. That was crazy. We had a whole ordeal, with the breaking the transmission. My only goal was not to break it on Friday, and I freaking broke it on Friday. And, luckily we had, an extra day because of the rain, which we could have muscled through it and put Brian's transmission in it Friday night. We were raced on Saturday. That brings up something else that I'm fixing to get my other transmission probably Sunday. Are we planning on racing Sunday or just Saturday? Sunday is like, what is Sunday at Piedmont? I can't really tell heads or tail.
It's like a test and tune.
It's the Sunday fundy thing.
Yeah.
Are you planning on doing that Sunday, or are you just gonna race on Saturday?
I was planning on just racing Saturday, but we can do whatever the team needs to do.
No, that's fine. Let's just race on Saturday. Sunday, I'm probably going to take my spare that extra of my parts and pieces of a transmission to Anton Morgan at Lightning Quick Power Glides. He's up in the Asheville area.
Why don't you just come to meet us at Piedmont on Saturday?
I sent him a message. He's going to Ware Shoals. So he's going to another race. There's a no prep race. But Sunday, and we could go look at the leaves, be in the car for 8 hours, drive up there, drop off my power glide stuff. I want an extra power glide. The only two people left in our camp running power glides is me and Brian. Everybody else has switched over to the 2-speed 400s. But it is what it is. I'd like to have a spare one. JJ the Boss, Darlington is next weekend.
Right.
Mike is actually going to take his car out to Galat tomorrow night and go test for JJ's race, because he kind of struggled at the NPK race. It's just knocking the tires off violently. So he's going to go try to figure out what the deal is with his tomorrow night. So I'll probably go hang out with him, maybe try to record a video and see if I can pitch in on some tuning. He's got a bunch of good group of guys over there helping him. So I mean, just another set of eyes sometimes helps looking at the data log stuff. Mm-hmm. But we'll go. I'm gonna take mine to JJ's, and Friday is just like grudge racing at JJ's. They're doing small tire on Saturday. They're not, so it's just grudge racing testing on Friday. So we'll just hit down there on Saturday with mine, and then and that'll be a good test. We need to pick up a little bit. We need to get a little faster. Make sure the car is going back straight. I need to get my car back over to Brian's. I've got, so this week sometime we welded a tube in under the transmission to kind of stiffen under the bottom. The only problem is we can't get the transmission out easily, so I got to make that bolt in. I should have moved it back a little bit, but it was a nightmare getting the transmission out of the car while we had it on the lift. I can't imagine doing it on the ground. It would have, probably impossible. So I need to take it over there, or take it to Brian's or Mike's, and just basically just cut the thing and weld it all together. And so hopefully, that'll be pretty easy and pretty simple. I think that's all I got left to do to my car. Just make sure it goes straight. And then we're going to go. I think everybody's still down to go. Our same plan. Thank goodness. Our people that we rented the RV from, we did RV share. We rented it, confirmed it yesterday, paid like $1,200 for everything. It's big enough so we don't have to get a motel room for any of us. We can all stay at the track. And the cancellation period ended 2 weeks ago. But luckily the guys were, they were nice enough to move our reservation. So that helps a ton. That's very, very stressful when you're like, oh, well, let's just, throw away $1,200 because their event was canceled. There's Rodney. What's up, Rodney? It's one of our normal guys on our weekly tech talks and TikToks. I can't say it. The guys that are in the green, when you look over here in the chat, those are the people that are normally on our Wednesday night chats. So a lot of people on here. We just have fun. We hang out. BS, talk about data logs. I show a lot of information on. So we're in this no prep world, or no time world. No time, no prep. Nobody shares anything. All the racers know what everything goes, but everybody, you can't publicly talk about it. On our Wednesday night chats, we talk about it, don't we? I mean, because it's not as public. We have some people. We have about 100 or so people get on throughout that watch the videos. We usually have 20 or 30 of us on at one time, or maybe 5 or 10. It just completely depends. But people send us their data logs, and we kind of go over them in a public setting on that night and see if we see anything crazy happening, or see if there's anything that we can see. And then we talk about my car, Randy's car, what we run, what we're going to change, what is going to happen. Saying all that, so Rodney, he's one of our buddies from California. Y'all saw him, was it 2 years ago we went to Las Vegas? It wasn't last year, it was 2 years ago, to the Old Down Nationals. And so luckily we were not part of the Old Down Nationals with Rodney's car oiling down the track. But that's when he was carbureted with Holley EFI running the coils, but it was fueling by Holley or by a carburetor. Had a CSU carburetor on it, worked great, but he went totally Holley and messed up his block, put it on the dyno, got tuning it and destroyed the block, cracked the block. So between engine gel and buying parts, waiting on parts, and just everything happening. He was, he was down for a while. Just got it all back together. I was hoping we could possibly get out to Vegas, but it wasn't able to do it. But this year, but he had another engine problem, and so he sent me some pictures, and it looked like everything was superb. And I was like, I don't understand what is happening here. And looking at the data log looked fine. Air fuel ratio looked fine. But then he sent me a picture of the spark plugs, and the spark plugs were, and this is kind of what we do on the Tech Talk stuff. We talk about different, what we think might be happening. And so he sent me a picture of the spark plugs, and I'm going to show you what the picture of the spark plug looks like. Let's see, and you're going to have to do it on my phone. Come on.
I can see it.
Can you see it?
Turn your phone sideways.
Well, the picture is turning. Hold on, let me turn off the picture orientation so that it'll stay. Okay, so you see those plugs?
One on the black.
Yeah, and he is on gasoline. He's on C16. But you see how some of them have straps and some of them don't have straps.
Melted them off.
And the straps are gone. And that looks like a nitrous motor. And so looking at the timing he was commanding, looking at everything the way it was fueling and tuning, and he had another tuner helping him remote tune. But we were like, what is happening? It's clearly too advanced timing. Why is it too advanced timing? There's a couple things that contribute to over advanced timing. Let me, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to share his data log and his, I'm going to share his data log and his tune with you guys.
Hey, say thanks to Philip Hunnell. He just joined your Tech Talk.
Oh, thanks, Philip. Awesome, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Philip.
And Frank wants to buy you brake clean.
I've got. Hey, I just saw a thing today that the EPA, I screenshotted it. They just said within the next year to 5 years, they're going to ban brake clean. What are we going to do, guys? How am I going to start my race car? How am I going to start my race car if we don't have any brake clean?
We better stock up the bunker with some brake clean.
I actually screenshotted it so I could send it to Mike. I mean, Mike has a shop that they go through cases of brake clean. I don't know. Randy, I don't know how much you go through. You're a body shop. You probably don't go through a ton. But man. Okay, hold on. Let me share
Randy
my screen.
Smells to buy your parachutes also.
My parachute is getting wore out.
No, John's. I mean,
I'll
Randy's.
ask a question when you're done with this one.
Oh, they want to buy Randy's. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hold on. I'll find it.
Yeah, they'll send me a message.
Yeah, just look him up. Randy Jennifer Eller on Facebook. Go spam his inbox. What about your parachute? He's like, wait a minute.
Courtney's hiding somewhere in the background.
I don't know where Courtney's at. Normally,
He's on.
oh, it's Courtney on?
Yeah, he's on.
Oh, okay. Normally I see him, but okay. So go ahead, Kelly.
That's why I came up here, was to keep you up with the comment.
Oh, look, Kelly's over here. Let me turn on your screen for a minute. Show people you're here.
Oh, no, we don't have to. Do
Okay,
that.
she said no. She said she's not. She says she's not dressed appropriately. Well, she's in a TurboJohn shirt.
No, I'm not.
Oh.
No, I'm not.
Michael
That's
Lynch.
okay. I'm in your beat area. Look at my background. You'd think we'd be in a race car garage since we're a race car channel, right?
You would think we
But-
don't have a race car garage.
Yeah, we ain't got one. We got a garage, but it's a beach. It's a junk catcher at the moment. Okay, so this is Rodney.
Here I am.
Hi.
Oh,
Oh.
now we're echoing.
All right, so a little bit of base on Rodney's motor. Rodney, how big is your motor? Anybody know how big Rodney's motor is?
Probably
I think
600 cubic inches.
427.
It is. I think it's a what? Is it a 427?
I think so.
427 small block Ford. SC. I think it's got D3 or C3 heads, SC1 heads. It's some type of
It's
head.
like Randy's old motor.
Yeah, it's like Randy had before. And so this is the timing table for it. C16 air to water intercooler. I mean, this is just safe. The safe as all get out goes. I mean, this is nothing. There's nothing here that is out of the ordinary that would make that spark plug look the way it did. Let's go look at the. Oh crap! Hold on. I can't show that screen. Hold on. Let me unshare my screen real fast. Okay, hold on. The reason I can't show that screen, there going to be some people to stop that right in the middle. That was like yeah. I can't show that screen. Not yet. I show that screen all the time on like our weekly nights. Actually, there's nothing really on here. You can't really see anything but the 60 foot. So I know you can see. I label all my data logs with usually where we're at and the time it went. Yeah, I can't show that in a public setting.
All good.
People be banned all of us. They be like, you saw Randy's data. We saw Randy's data log on TurboJohn's live feed. Nope, he can't run no more. He showed his times. Be like, come on, man. Okay. Okay. So now we're back. Okay. So here we go. So this is Rodney's past. So this is data log. This is the burnout, the staging. Oil pressure is yellow. It started losing oil pressure here in that pass, but that may have been when it was burning itself up. So yeah, he's pulling the motor out this week to see if he can figure out exactly what's happening. So this is it. Comes up. It got the rolling 2-step happening, and it's a little rich. Let me change his air fuel ratio is actually working correctly. His left one, which is the standard one. Mine and Randy's are burned up, so we have to use the other one. But it's coming up. It's close on target. But if you watch the ignition timing to get these things light off, turbo cars pull timing, right? And so it starts snatching some timing out, and sometimes it stuns the motor. And you see it was starting to come up, and then it stuns it a little bit, and it loses some RPM. And it's trying to build, and then it starts finally catching back up. Turbo starts lighting off. And we experience that with all turbo cars. If you pull the timing out a little too aggressive, when it gets on the chip, you'll actually lose RPM. And I call that pulling the timing is so low, it just pulls it off the chip. But anyway, it gets up there, makes 40, probably 2-step set at 4,200, 4,000, probably 4,200. Generally stays a little bit below it. But target on 12, it made 6 pounds of boost, rolls out there. I mean, pretty conservative, 7,500 shift. It's a 3-speed. It looks like, I can't remember. I thought it was a 2-speed, but it must be a 3-speed. But so it rolls out there. I mean, 12 air fuel ratio target. I mean, it's correcting a little bit within reason. Nothing bad. 20 pounds of boost. So we're at 19.4. Ignition's timing 17.3 time. 17.3 degrees of timing. Now he is verified timing with this, and so the way you do ignition, the way you do the verification is Rodney was asking about this. Rodney, the way you see this right here it's called overlay. So go to data log, hit your little button right here, and then activate overlay, and that gives you the RPM trace in whatever screen you're at, and so you can actually see where it was hovering at. So you can see which cell it was in. So it was in the 17 point. It was in the between these two, so it was mostly in the bottom of this one. So 17.2 was the target here, and you can do the same thing with like in the base fuel. For the that's the volumetric efficiency. If you turn it into pounds per hour, that's what that is. But I mean, everything looked right. Everything looked good. The way you do a static timing check is you click on this little down button right here when you're live in the ECU, and it'll say, it won't do anything now, but it'll say enable static timing check. You click it on 30, and then you put your timing light on it. It should be 30. Rev it up a little bit, and then it should stay on 30. Now, one of the things you have to do when you're verifying that, at some point, you have to check your inductive delay. And so inductive delay is right here. So this is the number that is kind of standard. However, there is a slight issue. If this number is too high, the higher RPM you rev it, the more ignition timing it puts in. So if you got set for 30 degrees of timing and you rev it to 5,000 RPM, it might advance to 31 to 32. So you have to kind of play with this. Somebody's got to be holding the timing light, revving it up, looking at it. But that's a good, pretty standard number. If that's on 0, the natural tendency of the timing is to retard. And so if you got it set on 30, timing will back up to maybe 28 or 26 or 24. Sometimes it drops way back. It just depends on everything. And so you got to play with it. So he had done all this. And so all this was correct. And so we were like, then we got to thinking, we were like, okay, what else could make the thing advance the timing? There was no advanced tables, because when you look in the data log, when it tells us right here, this actual timing, if we were in a timing table for somewhere that said, okay, well, under boost, we wanted to add timing, if something got misentered, it would tell us what the actual timing is. And so we know that's not it. So then we started thinking, we're like, what else could cause an over advanced timing? Now he has a 16-volt battery on this car, but he also has an alternator. So let's look at his voltage. I was like, well, what is the voltage during a pass? So here is his voltage down here. So we got 17.5 volts going down the track. There's a couple spots it was at 18 volts somewhere. Maybe that was another data log. But so we're at like 18 volts, 17.6. And so I was like, well, maybe it's overcharging, messing the Holly up. Maybe it's overcharging the coils. And so that leads us into the next one. We were like, okay, now I've been really fast on a coil called D585. It's the LS D585 coils. That's my preferred coil. I went 440s, 450s with that coil, no issues at all. And so we started thinking about auto firing. So what happens when you overcharge a smart coil? Smart coil overcharges and then it dumps. Now, if you look, you have the option, you have a dwell table here. So this is the dwell table. So Rodney has not had any issues at all. And look where we went. We went to 6 milliseconds. So that's why it burnt the motor up. Those cells right there at 6. And I know I used to run mine at 5.5 or 6, but it was also with a weaker battery. And so now Holly, and there's a lot of people that say you don't need to go over like 3.5 with D585s because it'll auto fire sometimes. And any stock coil, the Holly coils, the smart coils they can handle a lot more dwell than this. But the Holly system is pretty smart. And when I say it's pretty smart, it actually changes the actual dwell based on what what your battery voltage is. So if you look at over here on these two, like we're down here, we're at base is 4.5, but actual is 3.5. And so even when it goes up there, so when it goes to 6, we were commanding 6, and it said, okay, we're going to charge it for 4.7 milliseconds. So what we think was happening at 4.7 milliseconds of dwell with 18 volts, it was overcharging the coil, and then the coil discharges itself to not burn the coil up. I would prefer that to if I was building something, and I would say, okay, well, if it overcharges, let's just make it discharge so it don't burn the coil up. Probably the better option in a race car world is to say, well, let's just don't fire the coil at all. Let's burn the coil up. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but that's what we think happened. We think, and I made that post on Facebook asking about it too, but it did go up to commanded 6 and actual was 4.7. And so that is why we think those plugs look the way they do. Yeah. So now he's got to pull the heads off of it and see if the pistons are smacked.
That sucks. Well, I sure hate that.
Yep, me too.
See that comment?
Randy, does John
Nerd.
nerd out on y'all when y'all are at the track, or does he save it for TikTok nights? Nerd out on us.
He,
What do
he,
you
he didn't really bother as much because he knows we don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Well, I mean, and that's y'all are learning, y'all are absorbing it. So I mean, you know, but I'm not no professional tuner. I call myself a tuna. I've got the shape of a tuna, and I mean, I like tuna. I like tuna fish. So I'm a tuna.
We also learned in the comments that there is non-flammable brake clean, and that you accidentally bought a whole case once.
Yes. Oh yeah, non-flammable brake clean is not good. That also happened to PD Smallblock though. He was at a race though, and he couldn't get the car to crank, and then he was like, "Freaking non-flammable brake clean!" It's like, been there, done it. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it was it's wild. Yeah, Kelly mentioned the hat. Did y'all see my new hat? Look.
Yeah.
So she just got those on. That is a leather sticker and this was the first one she produced, and she actually has a hat press. That's our new logo too. What y'all think about that?
We don't know if it's going to replace the regular logo yet, but it's like
It's an addition.
It's like the TJ logo.
This is like a little more subtle. I like this one a lot better.
We're still going to have the other one though.
Yeah, we're still gonna have that one too. Well, let's see. John, what was the issue with Michael's car losing number 7 cylinder? The plug wire. So Mike's car with the EGTs, it was the plug wire. Apparently, at some point in life, the probably somebody pulled instead of on the boot, they tugged on the wire, and it pulled the snap part a little deeper into the boot, and so it was bottoming out on the plug and not making all contact. Man, it's crazy. Caution lap. There's Glenn. What's up, man? Blackjack racing in the house. Everybody's on the movie. Y'all crazy. He was actually at NPK this weekend too with his heavy 4,000-pound truck. He said he had a blast. The black car, it has been running well too. I don't know if they were going to I can't remember if they said they were heading down there or not. I think they're working on stuff. Just here for the secrets. See, Glenn, you log on that. You pay that $5. God, I'm gonna have to start altering. I'm gonna have to not let you guys, my competition, be on my live feed. We do have some people though, like for real. We have some people that I know, and I mean I share information all the time anyway. I tell people at the track what I'm running because, I like it's clocks on, and I mean because it's one of those things. If I'm going to ET and you know what ET I'm going, then that makes it more interesting. Because now unless you're Team Denver or Lyle Barnett, which I can't, it don't matter. I mean the same thing with them. They could tell me exactly what they're running. And I'm like, I just can't get there. I mean, like I just can't quite get there.
Anyway, it says you can use lacquer thinner instead of brake clean.
Oh, lacquer thinner is just as good as brake clean? Oh, boy. Appreciate it. Pennywise Racing, y'all go check him out too.
And then your new member has a question.
Oh, okay. This happens a lot. I just blabber.
That's why I came up here so I can catch you up on the comments.
Because usually the comments are not quite as
First of all, we don't recommend E85 with anything.
E85. Frank, what's up? He said he sends the philosophical questions.
And it is 1300s that Courtney had, or something like that, or close.
Okay, look. So I'm an E85 hater. I mean, everybody knows this because I've blowed up so much stuff on E85. Right? I was always hot air when I was E85. So that's a problem. If you're on E85, you've got to have at 1500 horsepower, you've got to have either a very good air-to-air intercooler where your IATs are not going to be above like 120, 130 degrees, or I would prefer air-to-water intercooler. And the intercooler, it can't be a choke point like on Courtney's car. Courtney had a like a 3-inch, I think it was, air to air on his Comet. He'll show all the details. If you hadn't seen his channel, go to the Paint and Paper Hustle. He's got a lot of good, information on that. But he picked up. We don't know how fast it's been because we currently broke the rear end, but it feels like it picked up. Looking at it from the outside, it looks like it picked up 300, 400 horsepower by taking the intercooler off. So you've got to have an intercooler capable of flowing the power that you need.
M1.
And, yeah, that's right. And he went M1. That's right. But he took the that's right. He did not take. He was on E8. What was it? X85L or something. He was on one of the race E85s.
Yeah, crap.
But he actually still has some for sale. He bought a 55-gallon drum, got like 10 gallons.
No, he said it's sold.
Oh, it's sold?
Yeah, finally, he had to give it away almost.
I bet. That's because ain't nobody else running the 85. Everybody's going to methanol or either staying in race gas. But it is crazy. But Snot Rocket down in Bradenton, Brent La Salsa, he has a Coyote motor. He just went like a 415 on E85 with an air-to-air intercooler. But then now the air-to-air intercooler is bigger than his radiator. It is massive. So clearly E85 can work. But yeah, not my preferred fuel. Injectors for it. E85 is very corrosive also. So make sure that your injector company, they rate them for E85 because E85 is honestly, in my opinion, worse than methanol on like corroding stuff. And then your injector people can actually get you the pounds per hour. Pounds per hour, brake specific fuel consumption, 1.5-ish is a safe number. So you multiply the 1500 horsepower times the 1.5 and do that math out, and it'll tell you what size injector you actually need. There's a bunch of good calculators online. Short Sharp, TJ, Randy, Brandon, as someone who's been watching you guys for years, it's pretty awesome seeing you guys on Swangate. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Wait till y'all see the episode on Street Outlaws. We had it was fun. We had a good time up there negotiating. He's got a fast car. I was trying to take him to the small tire routes, but at some point he's gonna have another small tire car. But it was fun, man. We had a really, really, really good time. What does Rodney say? 2021 and they're still square. What is that? Diapers?
Where is it?
Rodney had said something. That's way up there. I'm at I'm like 20 minutes behind on the comments, guys. Randy, are you ready?
For
You go fast.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're ready. I'm
Oh, there's that comment.
I ain't yes, they still require diapers. Yeah.
Oh, diapers. Okay. Oh, he's Rodney has a flip phone still. I'm not kidding. He does. Doesn't he have? I think he said he refuses to go smartphone. He's like, I'm not going smartphone. That's why we had such a hard time convincing him to go all Holly. And then of course he blows his freaking motor up. So I mean,
he still needs to go to M1 too.
It would not surprise me if he don't have a freaking carburetor back on that thing when it comes back out. Joe, what's up, man? How are you? He said, did you see my post where he said it's going to be 20 hours? 66 hours. Now, Joe is from Alaska. So if you see that Camaro, he is racing that Camaro. He's our most northern, western member of the live chat. Joe is out there having fun. We're going to make a trip to Alaska at some point and go to the drag strip out there. Mm-hmm. If you type in Alaska drag strip, that's that beautiful where the mountain is in the background. That's also where somewhere out that way where they run the cars off the cliff. 1320 video done a video on it. So yeah, but it's like racing season's been over for about 2 months out there now.
That's like a week-long drive to get to Alaska.
Yeah, I know, right? Glenn, what are you talking about? Surprise racers. I don't understand.
There's the second part of that.
Like us and Scott Taylor with John Doe, small. Yeah, oh God. I know how fast Scott Taylor is with John Doe. Yeah, he is fast. If they show up, it's going to be a problem. Luckily, I'm gonna have to do it. Y'all. I don't know if I explained. I didn't explain the video. Did I explain it a little bit on the Friday night when I was racing Harry Darnell. Because I did show that on the channel because it was just testing. So we were testing between Mike at NPK at Galot, and we had two pretty good test rips with us. It's our buddy Shannon, Bloodbath Racing. He come over, and Harry Darnell's driving the little Datsun. He's like, "Hey man, you want to run side by side so we ain't just racing the same people over and over?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so Shannon's my buddy, and I know what Shannon's trying to do because I ain't trying to. I hadn't told Shannon what I ran, and he told me what he's ran because realistically, our two cars are neck and neck, and along with everybody's fast out there, but mine and Shannon's are like tied together. And so I was like, I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to see how fast I am. So Randy, what did I tell you when we were up there before you shut the door?
I'm guessing the light.
Yeah, I'm guessing the light.
I said we're going both stage, and I'm gonna go 1/1000th, and I'm letting go of the button, and I did, and that way he still wouldn't be able to gauge what happened. I was hoping I would go green. I should have said 1/1000, 2/1000, maybe even 3. It looked like reviewing the video, maybe 2. I peeled on out of there, and I'm sure and Shannon was over there going, I know exactly. He knew exactly what I was doing. He's like, that's mofo. And I'm sure Harry was over there going, really?
Yeah.
I didn't really talk to Harry after, but anyway, it worked out. They didn't know what I ran, but they didn't know what I ran because I broke the transmission. I mean, it shifted into high gear and we broke the transmission.
Mm-hmm.
So that was very, very interesting. But that's part of it. I mean, going out there, I know Glenn with caution lap, he said he was going red light every time because he didn't want nobody. He was going to have to ask for a bunch of stuff, so he didn't want everybody to know how fast he was going. And I don't know how that worked out for him. But I mean, that's what you got to do. Is part of it. And then, I mean, if Scott shows up and I got to race Scott, I'm guessing the light. I am guessing the light, and I'm gonna have to. I mean, because I know what he runs, I know what I run. So yeah. Kelly was doing her co-pilot duties even on our way to Texas. Better buy her something special. I've been buying her parts for her car, so it would make it.
Well, and I posted how you took me to the concert last night.
Oh yeah, we went to a little candlelight concert last night, which I actually got tickets to that like a month ago. So that was really fun. We had a good time. So yeah, let's see.
Mr. Hulk.
Right.
Turbo Monster's on.
Oh, Turbo Monsters, what's up? So Frank, a lot of y'all don't know Frank. When we were in Tennessee 2 years ago, Frank was there, and it was so cold my GoPros kept cutting off. And this is a hilarious story. I will remember it forever. And so YouTube life is part of the racing, so you got to get the content so that we can post it on YouTube. And it was so cold we were fixing to race Tommy with Street Race Channel, and the freaking GoPro kept cutting off. And like he was sitting there idling and warming up the car. My car was idling, warming up, and the GoPro wouldn't come on. And I was like, Frank, we got to get the GoPro on. And Frank was like, F the GoPro, we got to win the race. And I was like, don't F the GoPro, give me the GoPro. And I've got my helmet on, my gloves. And I think we got the GoPro to work, but it was so cold outside that, I mean, the freaking batteries were just turning off. I had to warm it all up. It was freaking hilarious though.
That was cold. It never got above 40 degrees that whole weekend.
That was the $250,000 race. That was not a $250,000 race. Perry said, Miss TJ, Miss Kelly, TJ's a decent guy. Aw.
He is.
Aw.
Did you see what I wrote in response?
I did. Can I give that a heart?
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's see. Brake clean.
Yeah, Frank's sending you some brake clean.
I just bought some from Mike. Mike is still getting it. He can get it now for $35 a case, which ain't too bad.
Better stock up, baby.
I know, right?
Make room in the garage.
Oh yeah. I did I mention that? I don't think I mentioned that. We'll see how that plays out. About the first race and the car wouldn't start. I don't think I've actually mentioned that at all in any of the videos yet.
Look what Frank said.
Oh, Frank, you're right. I learned that day that TurboJohn really cares about the fans. That's right. We got to get the content. I mean, because me going in and talking about it afterwards is, kind of boring. We got to actually show it.
They want to know the status of Kildozer.
Killdozer, y'all are actually going to see a video tomorrow on that. Y'all probably saw it in the background when we were back pushing my car out. I left that in there on the last video. Y'all going to see that tomorrow. It is coming together. Brian is working on that thing like crazy, and it will hopefully be together soon. And honestly, it wasn't. I talked to him today, and he was like, "When's JJ's race?" And usually when he starts the question like that, that usually means he's fixing to try to get it to JJ's race.
Right.
That's usually what that means. I was like, it's 2 weeks, and I was like, no, it's 1 week away. He's like, well, which is it, 1 week or 2 weeks? And I was like, it's week after next. He's like, so it's 2 weeks away. And I can see his brain over there kicking it. So he was getting, yes, it will not surprise me one bit if it makes it to JJ's race. Now, of course, it'll be untested, but front side no prep is not clearly nearly as fast as what it needs to. What all he's got left, I'll give y'all a little bit of an update too. But watch the video tomorrow. He's got the turbo kit mostly done. Actually, everything's done almost except for like finalizing everything. So taking the turbo off, mounting the wastegates. I'm gonna have to go over there at some point and weld up the cold side pipe. Put a blow off valve on it, 2 wastegates. He's got the 2.0 housing on it. Turbo kit's mostly done. He's just going to use it out mild steel this time. He's got to get some wiring harnesses. When he got rid of his 5.3, that motor stuff, the wiring harness went with it. So he's got to get a main harness, injector harness, and I think coil harness, and then he'll be set. I don't know if it can happen before next week or not, but it may. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
I'm surprised he got it to fit under the hood.
It kind
Flat
of
hood.
well. It is. Wait till y'all see the video. I ain't showed y'all any of the pictures either. It's gonna have a scoop in the middle, and he's gonna have to build some custom scoops on the side. The headers are just a little too big coming out, but it's gonna be all steel, all glass. It's got a steel hood with a fiberglass scoop and a steel fenders, all factory front stuff. Kelly, what were you saying?
Did you say Mike said that we left brake clean at Glot?
Oh, we did?
The precious brake clean, you left it?
I can't believe I left brake clean.
Sorry.
Brake clean is very, very, very valuable resource for us methanol racers.
You just have to change injectors at some point to something that idles.
Do what, Kelly?
Tell Mike I got tent weights.
Oh yeah, Mike. Kelly got tent weights. We got to put them in the trailer.
No more flying tents.
No more flying tents. Yeah, that kind of, and that, yeah.
He lost it. John lost it.
I don't have many meltdowns to but
you lost it.
We set the tent up, and I was like, man, it's kind of windy. And we set the tent up, and we didn't get it tied down, and the freaking wind grabbed it. And I was like walking around the corner, and here goes the tent flying through the air, like 80 feet up in the air, it looked like. Luckily, it didn't hit no cars, and it just, busted on the ground. But yeah, that was the beginning of the day Sunday. And I was just like about to lose my crap. I was like, you freaking kidding me right now?
He lost it.
But luckily, all my buddies took care of it, got the tent secured, and it didn't blow away anymore the rest of the day. I don't even know how they secured it.
Mike lent us tent weights.
Oh, Mike lent us tent weight. I didn't even look at it. I was like, I'm done. I'm done with the tent. I was like, we ain't having no tent.
I bought like a double pack.
So it's okay. I was like, Kelly, we ain't having no tent. You're going to get sunburned.
Out to the door of the trailer.
Do what?
Unacceptable.
Oh, to the door. Yeah, that's probably what we should have done instantly.
Nope. Yeah, we did zip tie it to the trailer, yeah.
Look, Rodney, I'm way back on. I'm 10 minutes behind now. Rodney said, remember, he never heard anything when he ran E85 blow through. He made 1442 to the wheels. And it is very corrosive. Yeah. Brady, did you see he said may as well run methanol? He just said that. Screenshot that so you can text that to him later.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to buy him a fuel pump.
He's got a fuel pump that'll run it.
He will? He does?
Yes.
Well, what's his excuse now?
I have no idea I don't know. He's got a fuel pump that flows like 12 or 13 gallons a minute.
Oh my
God.
Somebody
told him he needed one that flows like 25 gallons a minute, but he don't for the horsepower he's trying to make.
I don't need that much.
No, I mean 13. I think he's at 13 gallon a minute, and that is plenty of fuel when you do the math. When you do the math on what 13 gallons per minute will supply, it's
Yeah.
plenty.
Yeah, I bought one that's 24 gallons a minute,
All right,
but I bought it because I plan to never buy another one.
right.
You just
Well,
might
you
as well
gotta.
buy the biggest, baddest thing you can buy, then you'll never buy another.
I mean, you have a. I mean, you have a
I
freaking
built
pro
the
mod. It's
damn
in your
thing,
name.
you know.
Pro mod Randy. That's what pro mods use.
Is
Right.
is Brian's car still using the crank drive fuel pump or belt drive fuel pump or cam
Cam
drive?
driven. Yes,
Yeah.
it's cam driven.
On the big
Alky
block
Digger
Chevy?
sells. See, yeah, that's a very popular setup for big block Chevrolets. So he bought the cover, and the pump just bolts right to it. It's cam drive, nothing to it.
So what you're saying is it's not going to leak?
It should not leak. I don't know how the other one leaked. As much weld and silicone as we had on it. I don't even know where we couldn't even tell where it's freaking leaking from.
Yeah.
And it was leaking. I mean, it was leaking oil from somewhere because that's all oil. But we could not figure out, and it was just a little teeny one, so we just had to keep wrapping it with pig mat. Philip asked, "What's your opinion on a TDI GT55 98? They are beast. They make a lot of power, Jose, that's the TDI is, I think, his more budget friendly line. But it's good stuff. Jose's got good turbos. That GT55 98. Try to get the newest. If you got a big motor, try to get the newest turbine wheel. The newest turbine wheel is it's got 9 blades on it. It is gangster. It flows a lot. If your motor's little, then a normal GT55 one will work. Caution Lab said he left with the pre-stap stage light on still.
We almost did.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we were not far from it.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. Did I show you all this?
Fred, what's up? Oh, check it out. From my Randy, got new shirts in the house.
New shirts and sweatshirts, long sleeve shirts and sweatshirts.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
It is hoodie season.
Right.
Freaking Shannon Horton just got me back my hoodie, my MAK hoodie. That's my favorite hoodie out of all my hoodies because it's what brand is it? I mean,
I don't know. I have to look.
It is. We're fixing to start getting all of ours made out of that hoodie material. It's a very nice fitting hoodie. I let Shannon borrow it because he was freaking cold at Galot and he took it. He left. I was like, "Fool, you need to be getting me my hoodie back." He brought it back today. He got his wiper bring it back.
Did you get a new shock sensor, Randy, or are you still waiting on those?
Oh, I forgot about that.
I forgot about that too.
Did you find the leak?
What leak?
The leak in the intake. The oil leak.
You know damn well I ain't found anything. I've been working all day. We just got word at what, 3 o'clock?
Yeah. So now he thought he had a week off. He thought he had actually he thought he had 2 weeks off.
That's exactly
Actually 3 weeks because the 710 race is not till November the 19th, I think it is.
Tell you what, I'll bring you some spray foam. We can spray foam the intake and it'll never leak again.
And it's just a little mist. You know what? I learned a long time ago. If you go to buy any of those Pro Mod pits, any of the like Radio versus World pits, any of the Pro 275 pits, after each pass, somebody has brake clean and a rag, and they're wiping off transmissions. They're wiping off like intakes and valve covers. They all they build cylinder pressure and they just freaking leak. I mean, we got diapers on them, but I mean, they just. I mean, it's just like, where did it come from? And you're like, you just can't stop it. All of them are leak. They ain't no. What did I say? They ain't no oil under it. They ain't none in it. So I mean, that's old Harley Davidson, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Fred G, what's up, man? He's got a pretty cool hot rod. He done pretty good out there at 710. We didn't get to film nobody else. We got out there kind of late. Kind of a last minute deal for us, but it worked out good for us. We had a good time running Randy's. So next week on Tech Talks, we'll talk about how fast we ran this coming weekend at when we're racing it with Randy's.
So Fred and his family was real impressed with you, Randy, backing up with a sausage dog in your hand and not needing anybody to back you up.
Do what?
Get some food.
When Randy left, he had a sausage dog in one hand and backing up the trailer with nobody pointing him anywhere.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I cut out, didn't I? Oh, we got it loaded up. Oh, you went and got food from the concession stand?
No,
The neighbors,
Fred's
Fred.
wife.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. That's right. I forgot
missed
they had all
out.
the food. They were cooking. It did smell good too.
It was really good.
That was good.
I couldn't eat it until we got to at least past the overpass, but it was still good.
Hey, Paul, what's up? So we are not racing this weekend. The race at Enos, Texas got postponed, and it is now November 10th and 11th.
Sweating horsepower. Fred, you get your throttle fixed? He said it was hanging, couldn't get in the trailer.
Oh, that thing sounded like a freaking Pro Mod over there when he cranked it up.
Yeah.
What motor is in that car? Honestly, I thought it was just like a little teeny motor, but it don't sound like a little teeny motor.
No, it's like a 900 cubic inch LS motor.
That's what it sounded like.
Mhm.
For some reason, I thought it was just like a little motor, but it did not sound like a little motor with that cold air. I mean, it was like 2,500 RPM counting them off. I was like, what is happening over there? Yeah, Philip, Turbo Mazda is right. Ask Jose about the AR. He's probably going to say 140, most likely, though. The Hobby Cave, THC Racing. Do you have any races scheduled in North Carolina after next week in North Carolina? Need to come down, pick up engine trans, brought from Brian. Like to make the trip from Indy worth it. Catch a race in North Carolina. So next weekend, not this weekend, the first week of November is JJ the Boss in Darlington, South Carolina. From Brian's shop, it's probably an hour and 30 minutes south, hour and 15 minutes south. And that'll be really fun on that Saturday. So that is November the 4th. So that would be a great time to come down if you can make it that weekend. The weekend after that is when we'll be going to Texas.
In Darlington, like 45 minutes or an hour from Rockingham, basically, right?
Yeah, something like that. It's Rockingham's west of it. Randy, did you see Frank's? Frank needs another T-shirt. Pro Mod Randy T-shirt.
No, he wants actually the one Randy's wearing.
Oh, he wants the one Randy's wearing. Oh,
yes, which you can get on our website.
Oh, okay.
I know. I thought the same thing.
Oh, okay. Look, Courtney's already answered. JJ's next weekend. Oh yeah. Also, 17's got a race on the 4th as well. That's a radio. We'll flip a coin and see if we take Randy's or if we go to JJ's.
Randy said he's taking yours.
Just so good, soon go to JJ's. We've already planned on going.
Mike is going to. I know Mike's going to JJ's. Usually JJ's is a fun time. It's usually a really good time.
First round call out again.
Negative, boss. Oh, Fred's motor is 434. See, it is gangster.
Yeah.
Pow.
It's bigger than yours, Randy.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that little small block I got.
Michael and Steph, you're going to the back of the track race at Darlington on the 18th. Did you guys already say that?
I didn't know there was a back of the track at Darlington on the 18th.
They're doing that again.
I guess so. That is the weekend we're planning on going to 17 with Randy's car, though. The king of Robco. Randy, you see that everybody wanting you to race Shane Hunt?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, it'd be a good race, but they like to race for money. We like to race for Cokes and Nabs.
Back of Nabs.
I mean, if Shane is down for doing that race just let's go. Let's give the fans what they want. I mean, I'm down. I know you're down.
Yeah.
I'll send them a message. I'll send Shane a message.
Okay.
Randy's about to get protested next time we make a good pass.
Boy, y'all could bet the color of the car. Whoever loses has got to paint their car. Oh my God. No, we ain't doing that because they look the same. The cars look freaking identical. It is crazy. He said, "Congrats on the $399." We're hoping we'll get there at some point. But yeah, Randy, he was just stoked to have a. I didn't put the in-car camera in because it was dark. So but I'm sure he was stoked in the car. He was stoked out of the car. I was too.
Yeah.
Which is good. I mean, the car. I mean, it's separated. I don't know how much it separated. Did you see the video that Michael got down track? Where
Oh,
the headlights, you can see them, and then they start dipping down, and the back's coming up.
right.
That is gangster when that happens.
I didn't even look to see if the front end.
Go back and look at it.
Yeah, I saw it, but I didn't.
Oh yeah,
I didn't look at the car. It ain't been out the trailer to see if it plowed into the, because the front end's so low.
Oh yeah.
Rubbed.
But yeah, it was a good time. That was some good testing, And sometimes, we hadn't got much opportunity where we said we're not trying to get in a race. We just want to go make a couple test hits. It's a little more relaxing when you can do that.
Yeah, and they were really. It was really cool how receptive they were to us. We pulled up. They prepped the lane for us. Everybody was there, and we actually did good, and they were all happy. And
right,
it wasn't. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of good folks there, and most of those people we've raced with for freaking years.
Yeah.
And and me being from Lumberton, 710, and Thunder Valley, and Rico, those are my home tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from back in the day. So I mean, they like to see fast shit. Excuse my language.
Mm-hmm. They sure do.
And
they got a lot of fast stuff.
And Jeremy, well, them boys had the track working good. I mean, the track it's in good shape.
Yeah, Jeremy's really putting the work in.
He really is. I know from watching Shane and them with the nitrous cars. I mean, they look like they are freaking getting down to the 60 foot. I mean, they ain't. I mean, we went 119, and I know for a fact it'll go 105, 108 there, no problem. If it don't, it's not because of the track; it's because we've screwed up something on our settings.
Yeah,
and and those back shocks, the Precision Racing Suspension PRS, that CO2 is wild. We're not able to see anything yet, but I said I got up with Adam, and he told me the settings, and I need to send him a text message too and tell him thanks because I forgot to do that. But I mean, it was perfect on right off the gate. But I also need to learn. They got two settings now for extension. We got CO2 setting and we got mechanical setting, and they interfere with each other. They work together. So I need him to explain to me, okay, well, if the car does this, I don't want to have to call him every time we make a pass,
right.
Or text them. So I need to learn how they interact with each other. And I understand the basics, but not, okay, well, do I need to move 2 clicks, or do I need to move 2 clicks of this one or 2 clicks of that one? Which one do I need the clicker? Mm-hmm. And is 2 clicks enough? I might need to go 4 clicks. I mean, that might not be enough of a change. So we got to learn that stuff. So it's just one of those things we got to figure it out. Rodney said his car felt like first pass 17 PS felt like 2,000 horsepower at 330. Oh boy! Oh, I hear a grudge race. We're gonna have to meet in the middle of the country. All right, Rodney, let's go. Get them heads off this weekend. Hopefully, it's not hurt bad.
I would love to go out to Vegas and race 4 wide there.
God, the track is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It was a beautiful time. It was fun. We had a great time. But man, I can't imagine having to drive out there. I mean, it's 2,500 miles.
Mm-hmm. It's a week.
Right, before 5 days to drive. So yeah. Frank said, "Do you think those Adam country shocks would get the small tire no prep?" That's what Adam Lambert is, a singer as well. So if you Google Adam Lambert shocks, then it comes up with the singer. I mean, you have the precision racing suspension. But yeah, they're gangster, man. They are pretty freaking cool. I like them. All right, guys. Well, we've been on for like an hour and 15 minutes. It's like normal. I mean, normally sometimes my racing, working on a race car, we have to jump on a little bit later. But like I said, if y'all want to get a new hat, go to our website, check it out. Brandon, Randy, appreciate y'all hopping on.
No problem.
What time we going to try to get there?
Like 10?
10 o'clock.
Gates open at 10. I mean, I'm down. We can get there, whatever. It's only an hour and 15 minutes for me.
Yeah.
Yay, 40 minutes.
Right. I don't know if Courtney and Donald are planning on going. I told Shannon Horton, I don't know if they're going to go. I told Brian about it, but I got a feeling Brian will be working on his hot rod, trying to get it more close up.
Nice. I'm pretty sure Donald's going, and I'm not sure about Courtney, but I'm sure I'll talk with him tomorrow.
All right.
I'll try to talk to it.
It should be a good time. We're gonna have fun. Get out there and try to. We should get at least one shakedown. Like I said, I've already got a tune-up in it that it should be pretty fast. Personal best for the year. And we ain't got no dome pressure on it now. Like before, like
hard.
like when I know, right? Well, we got personal best on Saturday. That first pass you coasted through, you let off at 3.6 seconds, and we got personal best of the year. Coasting. So
what was it, 53?
I think it was like 154 mile an hour, 155, something like that. It was not. It was definitely not bad pass considering where you let off.
Right.
So and it's also a good thing that you didn't make a full pass because we forgot to take the pins out of the parachute.
Yeah, you'd be in the trees.
Randy throws the parachute and nothing happens.
Yeah.
So he got it stopped down through there though. You need to bleed the brakes again too. Do that tomorrow. So bleed. So we got. So really, all you gotta do is just a couple things tomorrow to get ready for Saturday.
Yeah, I'd like to adjust the valves.
We can run through those at the track if we get there at 10 o'clock. If we get there at 10 o'clock, we can go through them at the track.
Okay.
So that's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Or I mean, if you can do it, if you got time to do it tomorrow at the shop, that's fine too. I mean, if you got it out, I mean, that's okay. Either way, so it should be fun. Rodney said, "Hey, John, you know what the guys are doing now? Not using race skates. They're just letting them go. Randy's will absolutely make 60 or 70 pounds of boost, which that's normal. I talked to Nick Dutta. He's got one of the fastest small block Chevrolets in the country. Went a 399 in a Pro Mod vet, and I asked him how much boost he was running. He said 70 pounds. I was like,
all of it.
70. Michael said somebody run off the track at Nahuna on Saturday. Woo! Did they jump into the circle? Did they jump into circle track? Because it goes up a hill up to jump into the circle track. God, that sucks. Hopefully he's okay. I mean, going off the end of the track's no joke. That dude Matt from down there in at Harrell's lost his brakes, and he got beat up pretty bad. And I said Michael earlier about he got us the down track videos. Matthew Bellinger, he's the one that got the video from down track for us earlier, not Mike.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, all right, guys. Well, I guess we're done. I appreciate it. Don't forget, if y'all want to jump on our weekly live chats that we do every Wednesday night, just join our channel. We try to help you out the best we can. But more or less, we just get on here and we hang out and chit chat with our buddies. All right, guys. Cool deal. Well, I will see y'all Saturday. We'll be making some passes.
All right, yeah. Text me if the time changes or anything else.
Okay.
All right, sounds good. Later, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Appreciate everybody jumping on. We'll see y'all soon. Later.
Have a good night.